Lloyd Vehicle Consulting. Still not sponsored by Lancaster Insurance. Maybe one day. Good morning. Today is the 10th of November and this is a slightly shambolic shuffle around the 2023 NEC Classic Motor Show, sponsored by Lancaster Insurance, Part 3. I do apologise in advance if I get things wrong, if I fall over, if I get interrupted by announcements. Generally it's terrible, I'm afraid, but just the way that it goes on this channel. So we're at the Iconic Auctioneers sale preview. The sale will be tomorrow, and we're just going round some of the other cars that are here. It's taking a while, but that's just the way that it goes. Lot number 234. 1966 Porsche 911 2-litre short wheelbase coupe. Estimate 80 to £100,000. It's just been restored over here. Originally was from America. I think these came out in '63, so it's quite early for one of these. That does look very nice. For this turbo though, personally, a bit of a later one, so towards the end of the 70s or maybe early 80s on a V. We've still got the 4-speed gearbox in this. Can't see. Yeah, 79 this one. Estimate is between 80 and £90,000. Another 911 here. This looks to me like a 993. Yes, it is a 97 993 Carrera 2S manual. 993, I think, one of the most agreeable generations of 911 out there. This one's actually more expensive than the other two. It's £100,000 to £120,000, but it has only done 23,000 miles. It's not even a leather interior in there. Never mind. I'm sure we'll find some other leather interiors to look at. BMW E36 M3 Saloon. This looks rather nice. I wonder if it's one of the more desirable Evolution models. Yes, it is. It is an Evolution. It's 96.
Yes.
30 to £35,000. 46,000 miles. 321 brake horsepower. That was an awful lot at the time. 1990 Alfa Romeo SZ. Il Mostro. Based on the same platform as an Alfa 75. This one is a 1990, estimate between £60,000 and £70,000. I do quite like these. I know they've got their sort of shortcomings, but I think they are amazing. Yes, typical kind of crazy Alfa layout with stuff, but I quite like that. It's all a matter of taste, but yeah, I think that's amazing. It's not really beautiful, but amazing nevertheless. I think this Montreal does look a bit better than the SZ. Early example of an Alfa coupe. This is from the 70s. Yeah, it's got a V8 in it. V8 I don't think was used in any other car. This one 72. I think it's a 2.6 actually in this. What's the estimate? £60,000 to £70,000. Very, very striking car. Also striking this DeLorean, which we must look at because everyone says we have to. It's quite a nice one, this actually. This is an 82. There were only 2 model years of these. Unregistered. The most immaculate DeLorean to come to market in recent years. That's quite a claim. Fully restored, manual gearbox, just over 1,000 miles from new. £60,000 to £80,000. It looks a bit like a time warp car. Terrible joke, viewers. I do apologise. Let's have a look at some more 911s. 2005 911 Carrera 2S and 997 check, £32,000 to £36,000. A bit more affordable. Yeah, that's nice. So is this Toyota Yaris. What's this doing in here? I mean, it's not very old. It's about a year old. Are these like going up in value or something? I thought you could still buy one of these, but maybe you can't. 28 to 32,000. How much? What's the mileage on this? It doesn't say. Oh, 3,500 miles. So why did it says 3,500 there and not in the odometer reading? Oh, currently unavailable in the UK. My question has been answered. I told you it would be terrible, viewers, at the beginning of the video. Anyway, 2002 Renault Clio V6. I've driven two cars with this engine, but not one of these. This is one of 256 Phase 1 cars. Two owners who were neighbours. 30 to 35,000 pounds. The engine, of course, is under there somewhere. Yeah, it looks like fun. It's not like a normal Mark II Clio, is it? Not at all. And then we've got a Lotus Esprit. This is a really late one, actually. It's one with the kind of different rear lights. 2002. Let's have a look and see. That's still got a Renault gearbox in it. 60 to 80,000 pounds. Danny Rea, I don't know who that is. Highest profile Lotus, but I don't know who that is. Sorry, viewers. I'm terrible, aren't I? Maybe you should all stop watching now. 2001 Ferrari 360 Modena, manual. Manual, 4,800 miles. 90 to 100,000 pounds. Yeah, I mean that's Rosso Corsa, I think, was the name of this colour, with the sort of cream leather interior, gated manual. It makes a nice noise. I think though I prefer this Honda NSX. I don't know why. I just really like these. Still got the proper headlamps, so it's not one of the last ones. Cruise control, this one's a manual. 75 to 85,000 pounds. I didn't realise just how expensive these are getting. I thought they were going to be a bit cheaper, but they're not. Never mind. Ex-Honda press car. That's probably why. Oh, another Esprit. This is a much earlier one, the 79 Esprit Series 2 John Player Special. 55 to 65,000 pounds, so actually cheaper than the NSX. For me though, if it's an Esprit of this era, it has to be the one in Furize only. That striking kind of copper coloured one. BMW M Coupe, the clown shoe, with appropriate personal plate. 2002 this one, 45 to 55,000 pounds. From the Barton J. Hubert No Reserve collection. Then another BMW, 3 to CSL. I think I prefer this actually, to be honest. These sometimes go for over £100,000. This is sort of 75 to 85. It's needs a bit of tidying up. It's not rusty or anything. It's not quite as immaculate as everything else. But then you wouldn't be so afraid to use it as one that costs over £100,000. 7073 plate. Another Jetson Interceptor. This one is a 71. Interceptor 2, 40 to 50,000 pounds. Recent improvements. It was seats are new or something. I think that looks in really nice condition actually. That. Jaguar E-Type Series 3. Right-hand drive. This one's a manual. I have to go round to see the information sheet, viewers. 72, 55 to 65,000 pounds. And we've got an older E-Type here. This will be a Series 1. Yes, it's a very early 4.2. It looks sort of cream on colour. It's more like yellow, really. 90 to 110,000 pounds. Only the first years of its life in Hawaii. Why would you have a right-hand drive E-Type in Hawaii? Couldn't you buy just an XKE or something? Never mind, that was nice anyway. We've got an even earlier E-Type here. This will be a 3.8, won't it? Let's go round that way because I can't see that sticker from there. 62, yes it is, it's a Series 1 3.8, 75 to £85,000. I thought that 4.2 would be less for this one, but clearly not. Maybe they're more desirable now. Is this an ACAC or something? Yes it is, it's 57. Fitted with a Triumph TR3 engine. I forgot the TR3 engine came with those. What's the estimate? 90 to £120,000. Made in Thames, didn't it? And then we've got some more modern Jaguars here. Project 7 F-Type from 2014. Gentleman here is very happy about seeing that. There's a Project 8 next to it. I wonder if these are from the same collection. Let's have a look. They're photographed in the same place, so quite possibly. One of only 80, 110, 130,000 pounds. I imagine they're probably more valuable now than they were new. Excellent. I would like to have a go in an F-Type. I would be scared to drive this one because it's a bit too valuable. And then these have got consecutive plates on them. This is an XF, I do believe. Fall over here on every viewers. Yes, 592 horsepower, 106 miles from new, 90 to £100,000. I wonder why the F-Type's more valuable than that. Answer the comment section below. Ooh, an MG XPower SVR with MG Rover fleet plates on it. This is a 2004. What's the estimate? 55 to £65,000. There's actually 3 of these SVs and SVRs here at the show. They're not all for sale. In fact, one I know is definitely not for sale. But yeah, this is how much one of these is. The SVR was a more powerful version. I think it's about 80 SVs and SVRs were made, so they're not very common. Lamborghini here, not really my sort of thing, but some people like them. 2005 Gallardo manual. And then we got some monkey bikes. We won't be talking about bikes really, viewers, but an ideal Christmas present for somebody. Austin Healey Frog Eye Sprite 1959, and that's in a classic light blue colour, 20 to £25,000. 1962 Lotus Elite with the non-winding windows, estimate between 55 and 65,000. Again, that looks very nice. We've got a Duretti. This was based on a Triumph TR2, the Duretti, Swallow Duretti. The lady who inspired the name was called Dorothy. Yeah, that's actually true. They weren't very common. They didn't make a lot of those, actually. A bit like the Marauder that was based on the Rover P4. Another XK Jaguar here. Drop head coupe. 140. 1955. 80 to £100,000. How much is that Duretti? 42 to 48. Mark II Morris Mini Cooper 998cc. 28,000 pounds. Another Mini here. This is a Mark 1 actually, this one. 1964 Cooper S 970cc, 34 to 38. Personally, I prefer the Mark II, but that's just my opinion. Got some of the door open as well, so we'll just have a look. There we go. Still got the little cables opening and closing the doors, and a Corvette. It looks red on video, but it is actually orange, this one. Corvette C1 from 1957. The fuel-y convertible. £210,000. Then a Jaguar XK120, 1951, £70,000 to £90,000. Another retype here, 3.8 Series 1 Coupe Project, £20,000 to £30,000. That's going to need a bit of work, but you know, some people are up for a challenge. We've got a more complete one here, 1970 E-Type Series 2, Fast Road, £60,000 to £70,000. Another 4.2 E-Type here, manual, 69 Series 2, £70,000 to £80,000. Yet more Jaguar action here. 4.2cc converted SK140 that's had some suspension modification, I think. MG Sebring Roadster. Yeah, but front end's a bit different, isn't it, with those headlamp covers. 28 to £34,000. 270 brake horsepower. That sounds a bit crazy to me. Alfa Romeo 105 Series Coupe here, 1971 2000 GTV. How much is this? 45 to 55. So you can have that XK over there. You can have one of these. I don't know. This one's not got much of an interior on it, so probably not this one for me. Is this a Sunbeam Alpine by Harrington? Is it? Oh, it's got a beige leather interior with wood steering wheel and piping. Ooh. Yes, it is a Harrington Le Mans. It's a 62. Recently recommissioned. Very nice. £40,000 to £60,000. Triumph TR5 1969. A very late one because the TR6 also came out in 69 on G. It looks sort of cream, white actually, but it's a primrose yellow. Often this lighting looks a bit funny with things. Yeah, with the lovely Lucas fuel injection. Yes, with about £50,000 to £60,000. Daimler Dart. We've actually seen a few of these already in this hall at the Daimler SP250 Owners Club. This is an ex-police car. £55,000 to £65,000, only 61. Why did the police have these? Was it just to catch criminals? I mean, there's a radio in there too. Excellent. Another Sunbeam. This time it's a Tiger with a Ford V8. 1957. Estimate between £35,000 and £40,000. Austin Healey 106 BN4. £30,000 to £40,000. Yeah, 57. Another Alfa 105 Series Coupe. This time it's 1970 Julius Sprint GTA Tribute. £55,000 to £65,000. Oh, hello. Someone's been watching Die Another Day, haven't they? Yes, they have. Ex-Aston Martin press car promoting the film, complete with machine guns. That is a terrible film, viewers. I wouldn't recommend watching it. However, this car does look quite interesting. This will be a 2001, this one. £55,000 to £65,000. And don't trip over the missiles. Some more cars are around the time. A 2003 Porsche 911 996 Turbo Cabrio. £25,000 to £30,000. It seems quite cheap for one of these, actually. Yeah, maybe it's colour combination not desirable or something. So look at the back of this Vanquish. I wouldn't want to drive that actually because it's got too many modifications and things like that. It just, yeah, it wouldn't want to be afraid to actually drive something like that. But it's so unique. How about this Jaguar XJS instead? This might be good. So we have a 1989 XJ SV12, be a 5.3. Press car, HP, Coventry plate. It's just registered down the road, 20 to 25,000 pounds. Seems reasonable to me. Datsun 240Z. This one, obviously, miniature rally car, 35 to 40,000 pounds. A Ford Capri 2.8 injection special, 1985, 30 to 35,000 pounds. Especially a really nice one. Oh yes, it's only got 17,000 miles on the clock. That explains why. So 5-speed gearbox, not one of the early 2.8s, which are 4-speed. Ooh, now this. Oh, viewers, a beige leather interior with wood. This is an earlier XJS than the other one. What do we have here? It's an 82, okay. Similar estimate, about 20 to 25,000. I think I prefer this one because of the interior colour, but you know, that'll do. 1984 Audi Quattro 10 valve. It has remained on a family farm for 39 years. Yeah, I don't want to touch that. I might get some kind of disease. It's got cats and things all over the windscreen. It's not fall over views, let's be careful. A Hammerhead GTS thing. Yeah, it looks kind of fun, I suppose. Another one of these Mercedes SLs. This is much later than the other one. It is sorry. It is a 500 SL R107 with hardtop, 20 to 30,000 pounds. Ooh, this is very nice. Biscuit leather interior on this one. Is this a Daimler or a Jaguar? Oh, it's a Mark II 3.8 from 1963. Wow. Oh, it's sort of 4.2 engine in it. Manual overdrive saloon, 32 to 40,000 pounds. I wonder if those are going up in value again. And we've got Bentley R-Type by Abbott, 1954. So 80 to 100,000 pounds. And then we've got the Mercedes-Benz of a similar era here, the 300D Adenauer. D does not stand for forbidden fuel, though, viewers. It's just a designation. Yeah, 30 to 38,000 pounds. Sort of torn a bit between those two. I think I'd probably go for the Benz, though, actually. Another Benz here. Which one is this? 280 SE with 3.5 litre engine. So you can see at the front it says 3.5. Estimate on this is 20 to 30,000 pounds. What year is this? About a 72. It's quite a late one of these. So why has it got an M plate then? Answers in the comment section below. Maybe it's just the year that it was imported or something, because you can't normally slap a newer plate on an older car in this country. Honda Civic EP3 Type R. This will be one of the nicest ones around. A late one, 2005. 10 to 15,000 pounds, only with 17,500 on the clock. That's good. Let's try not to sort of fall over anything here, viewers. I mean, you can still buy Civics of this shape for under £1,000, but not this one. Not at all. Bell & Colville supplied Lotus Elise with the Metro wing mirrors, Vauxhall Cavalier Mark III indicator stalks, and the Peugeot 205 buttons on the interior, but it's all part of the fun. Charity lot, 1997 release, 1900 miles. Go to Kids Club Kampala. Actually, my lady wife supports that charity. Excellent, that's a very generous thing of someone to do. And a fun car too. Now this looks like a car from the 60s, it's absolutely not. It's a 1994. It's a Mini Cooper, and it's been supercharged. 140 horsepower. That sounds absolutely terrifying. I don't think I'd like to drive that, viewers. I think I'd be too scared. So we've got sort of various elements on this, like the rear lights and things like that off a Mark 1, but yeah, it's definitely a 90s one. This is one of the most perplexing cars actually in the entire sale for me. It's a 2008 Fiat 500, but it's not just any 2008 Fiat 500 that you pick up in, you know, sort of lower reaches of Auto Trader. This is a Ferrari dealer special car. They only actually made these for Ferrari dealers. It was a 6-speed gearbox in it. Imagine it's a 1.4 then. This is number 196 of 200. And there we go. And only 60 with right-hand drive, so 15 to 20,000 pounds. Absolutely extraordinary. Yeah. Then we have another Mini, quite a late one. It's a 1999 Mini Cooper S-Works conversion, almond green, one owner, 6,350 miles from new, estimate 25 to 30,000 pounds. Very kind of bespoke looking interior on this one. So yeah, Mark 7 and rear wiper. You could get a rear wiper on the Mini, but you had to ask for it. They didn't give you one as standard. Cleo Williams. White's got 2 information sheets. I don't know, but there we go. It's presumably just been inserted into the auction. 139A. Phase 1. 49,000 miles. Estimate 30 to 35,000 pounds. 90s hot hatches are very much in vogue at the moment. People who wanted one of these when they were new are now sort of being able to afford them. Some people are. I mean, a lot of people who want one of these can't afford them. But there we go. E46 BMW here, 2003, 318 CI Sport. 13,000 miles, 10 to 15,000. I mean, these are normally not this expensive, but obviously you don't tend to get these for you know, this sort of condition, this sort of mileage, do you? Another Renault Clio V6 here. Just try to fall over anything here, viewers. Let's look at the information sheet, because you've got a personal plate on here. 2002, 35 to 40,000 pounds, engineered by Tassel, whatever that means. And it's got Tom Walkinshaw racing plate, let's sorry. Engineered by Dave Tassel, the highly skilled engineer behind the scenes of Car SOS. I have watched Car SOS views, but not for some time. Remember 928. Very nice views. It's quite a late one to me, judging by these wheels. Oh, yes, it is. It's one of the very last ones. It's a 95 GTS. Estimate 45 to 55,000 pounds. Obviously, 928 prices are on the rise. I was up to the wheelie days where I bought one of these for, I don't know, like a couple of thousand back in the day. Audi A4, very late one. Volkswagen Audi Gesellschaft VAG. So ex-press car. It's a 1990, so a very, very late one for this. First owned of 32 years, 80 to 100,000 pounds. Yeah, I thought those were expensive. And we've got Mercedes SL generation. I can't remember the model code for these. R230. There we go. 24 to 30,000 pounds. It's only done 29,000 miles. These I'd be afraid to own because they're so complicated, and sometimes they're uneconomical to repair if anything goes wrong. But there we go. Another 928. Is this one as expensive as the other one? It's 1987, 30 to 32, so not quite. Still nice though. And this one's a manual. You know how desirable those are. So make sure you don't take it to Argentina. Be my advice. Ferrari F355 manual. This is a 1998. Sold new in Marbella. 25,000 miles. Estimate between 60 and 70,000 pounds. Excellent. Right, well, that's enough for part 3 of a slightly shambolic shuffle around the 2023 NEC Classic Motor Show. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video, comment below, and we shall see you again very soon for more incorrect information.